We've got Simon and MJ. I'm not sure who's presenting, but I see you both up there from Dolphin Computer Access, and it is all yours now. Thank you.
I'm just going to be collecting your questions and answering them as Simon presents. So
awesome.
Hi everyone. Hopefully you can see my screen. So I've got the presentation slides up. So I'm Simon Kitchen. I'm Chief Marketing Officer at Dolphin. So at Dolphin, we design and develop assistive technology to enable students who are dyslexic or vision impaired or have other education needs to read and succeed. Today, we're going to be going through EasyReader Premium, which is a flexible reading accommodation to support students with a range of accessibility needs. So before we get into the demonstration, let's just look at some of the reasons why accessible reading is important. So firstly, there are lots of students that face barriers to reading when they're provided with resources in print-based formats. So this includes students who have a learning disability, such as dyslexia, students who are vision impaired, students with a physical disability, and it can also include students who are neurodivergent as well, particularly where there's co-occurring differences. This also represents a large group of students as well. So the NCES state that there's 15% of students across America, or 7.5 million students that have a special education need. So this highlights two key points. Firstly, that a school-wide approach is needed for accommodations, but also because students are very diverse, so solutions need to be flexible because accessibility means different things for different people, as we very well know. We also know that accessible reading has a profound impact for students, both in terms of their education, but also in terms of their well-being as well. So, for example, Dolphin was involved in a research project a few years ago where we provided 100 core texts to 40 students. This included students who were vision impaired and students who were dyslexic. And when we went through the evaluations, there were some very interesting findings. 51% of students had improved reading, but also improvements in terms of confidence. 68% of students had improved their confidence. 71% had improved their level of achievement. There were also benefits in terms of homework completion and attendance. Interestingly, 100% of teachers also saved time because they didn't have to contact a publisher for electronic files or rush off to the photocopier to create accessible resources because they had a central repository. So we know that there's lots and lots of benefits of accessible reading, and at Dolphin, we believe that every student should be able to read and learn in a way that's accessible for them. So this is why I'm delighted to talk through EasyReader Premium. This is a service that enables schools, colleges, and universities to make curriculum resources accessible for students with a range of education needs. So I'm going to stop the screen share, stop share, and switch my camera. So you should be able to see a tablet on the screen. Can everybody see a tablet? MJ, is that good? Is that?
Yep. It's good. We're good.
Yep, super. So I've got EasyReader app on the screen. So EasyReader app is available on iPhones, iPads, Macs, Android smartphones and tablets, and Windows.
Simon, I'm sorry, it's David. I don't mean to interrupt. If people are seeing like a whole screen full of little images of all the screens, set your view, which is on the top right side of the bar of the screen, to speaker only, and you'll get a much fuller view of Simon's screen completely on there. Sorry, Simon.
Thanks, David. It's available for Windows devices as well, and also for Chromebooks, which are set up to run Android apps. The app is free to download, and students can sign in to use EasyReader Premium and benefit from premium features. But because the app's free, you can make it available on all the devices your students use for reading at school and at home. So we're going to go through 5 of the key areas now that help to make reading accessible. And the first key area of EasyReader Premium is it makes it super easy to share resources with students. So if first of all, we talk about core reading. So EasyReader connects to talking book libraries, accessible book libraries around the world. So this includes Bookshare in the US and Sealer in Canada. So if I open up Bookshare, so if anyone hasn't heard of Bookshare, Bookshare is a fantastic service. It offers over 1 million titles in accessible formats, and this covers the entire education landscape from early years all the way through to higher education. The service is free, and you can register any student that has a vision impairment or a learning disability. Teachers can use the reading lists feature to create reading lists for students so that they could access the content in EasyReader, or students can browse the entire collection, so they can search for a title or they can browse through the categories as well. Oh, misspelled that. So we'll search for a book. EasyReader will pop up the results. We can find the book, download it, and then once the book's downloaded, we can open it in the reader as well. With EasyReader, as well as the core texts that are available from the accessible library, students can also get access to classroom files and read them in a way that they find accessible. So there's a clipboard feature which enables students to copy text from web pages and read it in an accessible way. Students can also open any Word or PDF file that they have on their device. So if I open a PDF file, for example, I can choose whether to read it in its original layout or to switch to a text view so that it becomes more accessible. And I can read it with my choice of fonts and colors and spacing. I can also use, if I've got an EasyReader Premium, I can also get a direct connection to Google Classroom and to Microsoft Education as well. So I can browse any files that a teacher has shared, and I can, just as I could with Bookshare, I can download and I can read the files. So this is the first key area that EasyReader makes a difference, is that it makes it really easy to share accessible learning resources with students. So we'll go back to the books list and we'll open The Boy in Striped Pajamas. So the second area is that EasyReader is a flexible reading accommodation, because as I mentioned before, accessibility means different things for different students. So let's first of all take the perspective of a student with dyslexia. So I've already set some dyslexia friendly colors, but if I go into the text settings, I can adjust the text size, I can adjust the line spacing, the letter spacing to make the text more comfortable to view. I can choose dyslexia friendly fonts, such as the Open Dyslexic font. And I can choose from a range of different color themes as well. If I wanted to, I could change the specific background colors, sentence colors, highlight colors, etc. to suit my preferences. So now I've customized the text. I can read it either by scrolling and reading using my sight, or I can read using a natural sounding voice. So I'll just play the voice now.
When he first saw their new house, Bruno's eyes opened wide, his mouth made.
So with EasyReader Premium, students can choose from a range of different voices, and these are available across a range of different languages as well. So if I had Spanish text, I could use a Spanish voice to read it in a native language as well. If you're working with students who need some help to focus on the text, to retain concentration, you can adjust the lines visible so that you can only show 3 lines of text. And this really helps to focus the student on what they're reading. And again, you can use the text-to-speech voice.
Made the shape of an O in his arm strap.
Or you can scroll using a simple gesture to scroll the text and read visually as well. If you're working with students who are visually impaired, first of all, EasyReader supports a range of different screen readers. So it works with VoiceOver on iPads, TalkBack on Android devices. It works with a range of screen readers for Windows, including Supernova and JAWS. And and it also works with Braille displays as well. So students who read using Braille can read using their Braille display as well. But we can also do some other accommodations in EasyReader. We can increase the text size. We can choose a higher contrast theme or to read the text, and we can change a font to a font which is clearer for somebody who's vision impaired as well. So because I'm reading this book electronically instead of using print, I also can explore the text easily as well. So I can skip to any heading in the book, and EasyReader will take me straight there. I can also use the search facility to search for particular words within the book and skip straight there. And I can use the bookmark feature to enter bookmarks, and I can also add text notes so that I can remember the important sections of the book as well. So I'll just save that. So that's the second key area, that EasyReader is flexible for a range of different needs, because accessibility means different things for different students. The third key area is providing a bridge between reading at school and reading at home. So I'm just going to switch device. So this is a device that I haven't logged into, and it's showing no books in my library. So I can use the My Account option to sign in. So I'll just sign in very quickly using my credentials. Okay, so we've signed in, and now as soon as I've signed in, I'll go back to the books list, and all of the books which I've been reading are now available. And so if this was a device that I'm reading at home, I can open up the Boy in Striped Pajamas, which is the book I was previously reading, and it opens up with the accessibility settings which I had set previously on the it didn't because I didn't go back to the My Books list, sorry. But it opens with the same reading position, with the same accessibility settings as we previously had on the device. There we go. It's synced now because I went back to the My Books list. And it's also got the bookmark, the same bookmark as I had before. So if I go into the bookmarks, and I've got the same notes there as well. So I've bridged the gap between reading at school and reading at home. For the fourth area, I'm going to go back to doing a screen share, and I'll share the Dolphin website. So the fourth point is about making flexible reading accommodations throughout your settings. So with an education plan for EasyReader Premium, teachers get access to a dashboard, and this makes it really easy to create logins for students. This dashboard provides the EasyReader for Educators course as well, which is a CPD and Ripple accredited course that helps teachers to confidently support students with accessible reading. The dashboard can be used to add teachers so that teachers can manage their students. And I can also use the Manage Students option to create new logins. With EasyReader Premium, you can create as many logins as you need. My account here is a demonstration one, so it's limited to 10, but we don't limit the number of logins you can create, because accessibility should be available for all students in need. There's 3 ways to create logins. If students already use EasyReader app and have a login, you can invite them to join your education plan. Or if they're new to EasyReader, you can create a login using the create login option. Just create a username, a password, and add a comment for which logins for which student. You can also import students as well on bulk if that's easier. And then the final point is that area to focus on is that EasyReader Premium provides insights into reading engagement as well for teachers, and this makes sure that teachers are aware of students' reading activity so that they can encourage positive trends, and provide the accommodations that each student needs to succeed. So we can see that 4 minutes ago, I opened the boy in striped pajamas. We can see my reading progress, and we can see the amount of time that I've spent active and passive reading as well. So I can see the clock's ticking down, so I'm about 15 seconds to go. Thank you very much. And hopefully there are some questions that MJ got to field the answers to there as well.
Thank you so much, Simon. And there's our thing here. I gotta figure that sound out. Simon and MJ, what are you guys giving away?
MJ, we're giving away a free 60-day trial of EasyReader Premium, and that's available for anyone who wants to try the service.
And how do they get access to that? Are you, do you have a link, or do you want an email?
We've got a link which we could share. It's on the Dolphin website, yourdolphin.com/EasyReader-Premium/education, and there's a link to request free 60-day trial.
Awesome. Thank you so much,